Hi, I'm Alora.
And I'm Anthony.
And we are the
Caleros.
Thanks so much for tuning into our channel, where we focus on implementing healthy alternatives for our family. So today we are going to be talking about natural home birthing, specifically our natural home birth. So make sure you go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already.
And make sure to hit the notification bell so you can get notified every time we drop a video.
That's right. And join the Calero family.
Yes.
So let's just get right into the video. I did go ahead and just write down some key points that I wanted to go over. So let's just get on with the video. November 28th, I'm sleeping in my bed, and at 3 a.m. my mucus plug comes out. Not literally, no. I get up to go to the bathroom, and that's how my mucus plug came out. So I frantically call Anthony's name repeatedly, multiple times, until he woke up, and I finally got him awake to go ahead and now I have a new addition to our story. Astra's here. She was hungry. She woke up from her nap a little early, but we will carry on, won't we? So the story begins on November 28th around 3 a.m. So I wake up out of bed and I go into the bathroom to go do my usual thing, and my mucus plug has fallen out. So I frantically wake up Anthony and show him what I see, and we reach out to my midwife, right?
I make sure she knows what's going on, and I ask her what I need to do. She says keep track of her times. So I use an application called Contraction Tracker or something like that, and I'm just able to, make sure I'm staying on top of it. It's a free application, I believe. Don't quote me on that.
Actually, I think we paid for it.
We might have paid
a couple dollars.
It might have been an in-app purchase kind of thing to get the full range of it. But I figured we're gonna use it for later on in life, anyways.
Right. Exactly. Something that you always keep because you always have your phone.
Right. Exactly.
I go to sleep and I wake up to hear that Anthony's not gonna go to work. He's decided that he is gonna stay home with me, which I don't think is really necessary, but he insists. So I just relax and I'm sleeping basically throughout that early morning into mid-morning probably.
Right.
So by afternoon, he makes me some soup. My cramps are coming in. It's probably about a 4 at that point.
Right.
Nothing serious. I've had worse periods.
But the times were kind of inconsistent/consistent.
With my contraction.
Right. It was like a minute. Each one was lasting about a minute, and they were about like 5 to, I want to say, 7 minutes apart. Fluctuate like that. Some of them were like 10 or 11, but it was around that range. So I was like, let's maybe get a move on. I don't want to, because we're supposed to be having the birth at her mom's place. So that's probably about 4, 5 o'clock or so. Anthony's trying to push me gently out of bed so that we can get a move on. And I'm like, no, I'm okay. It's fine. We have time. We didn't have time. No, we didn't.
If we had stayed, we would have been in a situation. We drive the hour to my mom's house. Probably about what, 8? What does it say?
It's about 8:30.
8:30. Okay. About 9:20 is when my doula arrives, and I am just relaxing, trying to just keep my breaths and stay centered, really. Just stay centered. So my doula asked me how I'm feeling. I tell her it's about a 6, my intensity. And she takes me into the room where she wraps me with something called a rebozo, which is a Mexican wrap. They use it for babies, but they also use it for anything really involving pregnancy. I think they probably carry food with it as well. She goes ahead and she does give me a rub down, as well as she does pressure points on different parts of my body, which is supposed to increase and speed up
the birthing process.
Yes, the laboring process. She leaves around 10:30 or so.
So she leaves about that time, and literally, I want to say an hour to an hour and a half later,
Yeah, it's probably
I
almost
reach
midnight.
back out to her and tell her that something is happening and I think you should come in. But at that point, we already had Alora in the tub.
Right.
You were already, yeah, we put her in the tub because
I had
she wanted to
decided to
relax.
get into the tub because I needed to I felt like I was sticky, so I needed to take a bath.
Right.
And I knew it was going to help with the intensity of the contraction. So I got in the bath and like put some Epsom salt in there and the music. It was real. It was a vibe, you know, it's a vibe. And my doula comes in and all I know is like it was super foggy in my memory. It's super foggy by that point. So I just know for a fact that it was about that time. Things were about to change. So I decided to check myself because I hadn't been checked yet. And the baby, her head, I could feel it to be about right here.
Yeah.
At my finger. And so I was like, oh. So I was trying to get up because that wasn't my original place where I wanted to give birth.
Right.
We actually had rented a tub we were supposed to be in, and
It was the room was already set up. The vibe was already set up. You can probably see it right now. I literally put some time into it. Both of us came up here like 2 or 3 different times
to set up the room.
Yeah.
But it was not happening. We weren't gonna get there. And so, did you say hi?
She did say hi. Love you. Like her and her mom said, I think she's crowning or something. I said, what? I felt, and she said, it was right here. A little bit later, it was like midway, like almost just the tip of my finger.
Right. And my midwife hadn't shown up yet. So she was probably about 50 minutes away by that time when we were checking ourselves.
She was speeding on 95, just skirt, skirt, skirt.
So she had to be here at like 3:30 actually.
Something like
because
that.
it took me it took her about 30 minutes to get herself together.
Right.
And after she got herself together, that's when Astra came. With one push, the baby came out, glide right out. With the help of the midwife, Anthony was able to lift the baby up onto my chest, just like this.
I was holding the perineum, making sure nothing was happening. I didn't want her to tear. The baby, she shot out so fast and literally she landed on my arm, and as I'm coming for the scoop, the midwife comes to assist just in case, and literally together, boom, put it right onto Alora.
Right, exactly.
It was amazing.
It was amazing.
And she cried right away.
And the rest is history.
Yeah, she cried and she
didn't need any assistance.
Her eyes were open. She was wide-eyed, ready to go.
She was
basically.
very, very happy. We did want to go over some questions.
First question is,
can you get an epidural during home birth? No, you cannot have an epidural during home birth. So I did not have an epidural during this process. It was natural, but there are many different ways to help with the pain, different pain management at home, including showers and baths, squatting, music therapy,
aromatherapy.
There's so many different options that you have that you don't necessarily have if you were in a hospital setting.
Right. You don't just need drugs necessarily to calm yourself down and get prepared.
You can eat, not saying that you'd want to eat at the very end, but you might want to eat during the middle process, and
so you can have some energy.
Right, exactly, because the energy is so needed during that process.
So the next question is, how did you hear about birthing at home? We had a friend of ours that had a home birth, had 2 home births. We saw one of them that he actually recorded, and at that point we were sold. This is what we wanted to do. And
this is before COVID, now mind you.
But a little bit.
When COVID came, I think that we just really were determined that we were going to do that, just because with COVID you just no telling what's going on in the hospitals, so we just decided on home birthing.
And the type of birth?
We had a natural water birth. That's the type of birth that we had.
Yep. What is a Lotus birth?
Okay, that's a good question. We did have a Lotus birth, and essentially what that is that you allow the placenta to fall off naturally rather than cutting the cord, which takes about 3 to 10 days. For us, it took about 5 days.
Right. So birthing during COVID. So Everyone had to wear a mask. There was protocol. We had to limit the amount of people we had in our home birth. So we just had the midwife, the doula, midwife assistant, me, and Alora's mom.
Usually not during COVID. They're pretty lenient about how many people you can have. You can invite the whole shebang and shaboodle, you know, but during COVID, they did ask that we be courteous of the birth workers and, you know, not have so many people because they are working with other moms, and it's just common courtesy.
Did your doula catch the baby?
No, my doula did not catch the baby. Doulas do not catch babies, long story short.
They are there to support the mother.
That's right.
And the father in some regard
right.
too.
And yes, father or hoarding you is who they're there to help.
Were you scared, and what did you do to prepare?
So I was nervous at the very beginning, not during laboring process, but before laboring. I listened to hypnobirthing audio, so that kind of got me into the space. Learned a lot of affirmations to calm myself and ensure myself that my body was made to do this. There are 7 billion people on the planet, and
right.
everybody was birthed.
Right.
So there's no reason for you to be afraid. So it was just something that I was called to do. That's what I'll
right.
say. It's not for everyone. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I'm saying that if you feel led to do it, that you really should do it, and you should jump in there and get the information, do the research.
You just have to have the knowledge, and that, I think knowledge is key. If you don't know, the unknown is scary.
That's right. I watched a lot of birthing videos with him as well, so that he would know how everything works, what things
right.
will look like, and
right.
or how they could end up unfolding.
Right, because I was in the front lines, so
right.
I can't chicken out then.
Right. The worst thing to happen is be like, I've never seen this before, and then
pass out or something.
Exactly. People faint.
And drown in the water.
So the best thing to do for the person that is helping you to birth is to have them watch the videos with you, so that you guys can get a clear understanding of what's going to happen or what could potentially happen.
Right.
Yeah. But that is it. We wrapped it up.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say, Astra? Okay. Well, I would like to say, make sure you go ahead and click the subscribe button if you've gotten this far in the video.
And make sure to hit that like button so more people could watch this. We just want to spread the knowledge.
Yeah, we definitely want to just let you guys know that there are other ways to birth.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that we decided to have a natural birth, to have a home birth.
And with that being said,
Astra is our alarm clock.
We're out.
Bye, guys.
Peace. Much love.
See you in your next video.
Bye.